that the team in court is representing Ms. Dr. Kisa Besigye and Olutalo. And we really are taken aback because even the permissions you have granted before on how we should enter the court and that we should come with our tools of trade all have been flouted by the orderlies today. We have been subjected to very difficult conditions back and forth, such that before you as not to be capable of properly representing them. We have also witnessed before this, before our very eyes, the assault of one of the team members. When we come before you, we feel protected by you. But today, that has been violated by the orderlies. If anyone commits a perceived offense, we expect them to be restrained, not assaulted. To be removed, not assaulted. I was at the back. I did not exactly see what happened. So we have serious issues we'd like to address you on, and we seek to be allowed to start normally, not to be taken back, to start registering, and we've already been before the court before. It doesn't happen that way. And it is unfortunate that the court is being informed to go back and forth. It becomes difficult. It's a very bad picture, even before the accused persons, because will they expect justice? If every day we come, there's shifting of goalposts, we respectively urge you to grant us audience, which we already had, so that we are able to proceed. The word of mouth before the court from these two gentlemen is better than any written paper. If they say, oh, these are their lawyers, that is it. For purposes of your record, we can later punish you with a complete record. For purposes of your record. But for purposes of, we will give you at the end of it. But because they now have told you we are their lawyers, allow us to proceed. Otherwise, it may appear, it may be unintended, but it may appear that we are being denied audience and that the defense of these two gentlemen is being scattered deliberately.
Now, Counsel, thank you for your submissions. I wish your colleagues would be behaving like you, so that we could now you can hear. These are lawyers also making noise. What is Look at you. I don't know. Are you helping the accused people or you are not helping them? You talked of that you revanced us with the required papers. And we talked about this the other time when we were here. Why didn't they fulfill that? Secondly, what you are of your colleague. What type of conduct is that in the court? I think you also need to behave, because you are not here to show that we are in uniform. We are not here to support. We are here for justice, nothing else. But the way we are conducting ourselves, I think it may not help us. Instead, it will be affecting the accused persons.
May I respectfully urge you to also detail the orderlies, because every day we are being met by different people with different standards. The past day, 4 hours of standing outside there, I have not even...
I think so, we are going astray.
And today, allow me to make my submission, for which I may not require your advice, the court will require it. I am saying that we are being subjected to different standards every day. The past day, 4 hours of standing, we have not even recovered from that fatigue. Today, over 2 hours. The second day, the 10th of December, we had an easier time. Today, I am informed because I was at the back, I couldn't see. All Aaron Chiza wanted was to come in and sit, and he normally sits here. Even if there is no seat, an advocate should not be stopped from approaching the court. It is the court that will direct anybody without a seat go out. So there is something wrong with the way the preparation of the order is. And we would urge that there be strict instructions so that there is no back and forth. Before, the 2 times we have come before this tribunal, we have had no complaints about the way that the court, you said court, I will use the term. Sorry, yeah, it is not an offense. The way...
Honorable Chairman, it is a conduct of court. I am sure even senior counsel can be held in contempt.
But that's what I requested. Let us respect each other and we proceed.
Yes, I have already corrected myself, so I do not know what the judge advocate is complaining about. But what I'm saying is this, that Aaron Jesus should not have been stopped from coming in. I myself was stopped from coming in and other lawyers on the 10th. We went to the back. We were then invited. But unlike me, Aaron Chiza is an advocate of the High Court of Uganda. He is known by the orderlies. So it looks like there was an intention to actually assault him. And we come here respectfully, we address the court and we leave. And that's all that we need. How is it going to affect the 2 gentlemen on the dock when one of their lawyers is not there? May we respectfully ask for time to withdraw and confer with them so that we may now know what to do without one of us. Because each one of these lawyers has a specific task. The matter before you is the matter of life and death. That is why it has so many lawyers. We ask you respectfully to give us time with our clients.
Which time?
1 hour?
I think, sir, before you conclude on that, we have lawyers who never filed their practicing certificate. They filed practicing certificate. Those who have not filed are not going to be part of this team until they file.
Excuse me, but that one we are not reversing that. People who have fulfilled, we have given senior counsel the chance to talk. Honorable Kwago, you could sit first.
At least to be listened to. Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Kwago, just take your seat and put the mic down.
Mr. Chairman, what?
You see this, she's senior counsel is talking of harassment outside, but what I have heard partly it is caused by your people. That one I'm going to handle. I will talk to the security people. That one will be handled. But once we organize ourselves, because we want to know. Yes, you are talking of lawyers, we are seeing them. But now, how can I know that this one is from this firm, this one is as what? How can I know? And this is the if you are not ready to follow the requirement, then you be there like any other person, or even you don't come here.
Mr. Chairman, I wanted to address you on that very issue. First of all, we already on record. The list was submitted. And indeed, you captured titulars of these advocates, their names, their law firms, and every aspect.
What did we agree on last time?
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to explain, Mr. Chairman.
Do you have papers?
Can I explain, Mr. Chairman? One thing, what happened, because the stringent rules he is reading, the judge advocate, would require that the chosen person append their signature on the instruction. And we have attempted to access them in Luzira to process that in vain. Today, if I may tell you, Mr. Chairman, you can ask and cross-check with the prisons authorities if it is possible for anyone to access Dr. Kiza Besigye and obey the order. If you visited the Olutalo maximum prison, the only way you can talk to them is through a landline, a phone. They are at a distance, so how are they going to sign on those instructions? If you insist on that, it will be a perversion of justice. You'll be perverting justice, Mr. Chairman, because it's not going to practically happen unless you are saying that we'll do it right now, that we prepare a paper, the list is here, we can present it to them, they sign, we file it. If that can do, if it can suffice, we are ready to comply with that. But if we are to access them in Luzira, to sign instructions, that is not going to happen. The last thing, Mr. Chairman, he's insisting on PCs being filed with you. We are in a grace period of 3 months. 3 months. Right now, I have a right to practice without a renewed PC. Right now, until 1st March. So we are in January. We have all this grace period to process the practice certificate. I thought as the advisor of this court, she didn't even have raised this matter. It's very embarrassing that is raising such a matter when he's supposed to be a senior advisor to this General Court Martial.
Council, I know even if a grace period is there, you must come with the preceding certificate. It's what we want.
It expired. The PC.
We want that one.
You want an expired one?
Showing that you are practicing.
The PC.
Yes, the one which shows that you are practicing, but you are waiting to renew.
The only lawyer who has a 2025 PC now is Martha Karua. In Uganda. This is only Martha Karua right now.
Bring the one of the one of 2024.
That one is expired.
We want it. We want
Mr. Chairman.
You see, I am elected by law. And you don't think that I have practiced more than me. So when I want the practicing certificate sitting here, it shows that you are waiting to renew. Why don't you want to bring it? Others have filed it. Why did they file and you have not filed?
If you are not allowed with me, I'd like to hear from Mr. Karua if he's around. He has somebody sitting in for him. Is that allowed? Yes, from his zero funds here. Another one is
my colleague, Mr. Katumba. Mr. Kalibata is not present. It's in this post, Mr. Chairman, I joined issue with my senior colleague that because the year ends on the 31st, the process of inspecting chambers starts near to the end of the year and also continues up to the end of in January and also February. And the Law Council can only issue practicing certificates after they have inspected chambers. So it is correct that we have a grace period up to the 1st of March. So apart from my colleague who has been given special dispensation, today my colleague Mr. Olutalo is correct that all of us, myself inclusive, don't have PCs for 2025, so we are just acting under the umbrella of the grace period. We urge and kindly ask the court to accommodate us, just like the other courts have done, because it is the practice. Otherwise, there would be no advocate going to court.
So, Counsel, are you ready to proceed with the proceedings?
My colleagues have raised the issue of getting an opportunity to talk to the client. It is correct that when we came in, there was a detailed security arrangement and a delay, and we're not able to speak to the clients. It's also correct, Mr. Chairman, that accessing the accused persons at Buzira prison is not easy. So, unless there's an order from this court that their lawyers can access them freely, it might appear impractical. We ask for some dispensation so that, because, Mr. Chairman, the strict application of the rule the judge advocate is referring to is not quite practical in the current circumstances. And yet, for the accused persons, they are told to representation. So, perhaps, as the prosecution, the judge advocate, and the court, we can find a way around which is flexible, which will accommodate so that the accused persons are represented. Because the most important thing is for the accused persons to have representation, Mr. Chairman. So we kindly ask, because it's within the powers of this court, to make that dispensation, but also to speak to them so that we don't come here and speak on our own before we have heard from them, Mr. Chairman. It's a polite request, Mr. Chairman.
Just a procedural matter, Mr. Chairman. In light of the guidance given by the judge advocate and the pronouncements made by the panel, we are at a loss as to the fate of the ruling which has been pending before this honorable court, because the matter was adjourned. The question that has been put to Counsel is whether he's ready to proceed with the matter. And severally, this matter has been adjourned for purposes of delivering a ruling, and it's me who made the submissions. And from the list they have read, here I had no audience. So, Mr. Chairman, would that ruling be still valid? Does it still stand that we wait for a ruling which is going to be based on submissions made by an advocate who presumably had no audience before this honorable court? So that is a serious procedural matter, so that if it is put out of the way, the anxiety and anticipation will have been addressed, Mr. Chair. We so pray.
Look, sir, the ruling can be delivered. Yes, because he says he wants to know, and I am being misquoted that I am becoming strict with the rules. If you have been practicing in civil courts, they know you. But if you are coming here and you have never been here, we don't know that even last year you are practicing. And what I am advising court is that you must bring last year's certificate to know that you are in a grace period. Others have filed it. So, sir, there is no strict terms I am bringing. That is my advice, and the ruling, it has always been ready. It can also be delivered so that Counsel Kwabo gets to know about the ruling, and we proceed from there.
You have it. Mr. Chairman, the polite request which is still on the floor is that we have a chance to speak to the clients. Yes. Otherwise, Mr. Chairman, it's because
I don't know. Because what if it was read last time? What would have happened?
Mr. Chairman, the factual position as of now is that the ruling has not been delivered. So we kindly request, Mr. Chairman, that you permit us to speak with the accused persons. Hopefully, and perhaps before the ruling. We never know. We may have different instructions after we have spoken to them. We kindly request that you accommodate us, Mr. Chairman.
Does it have any harm?
No, they have always said they are
Well, Mr. Chairman, the practice from the courts of law under the Constitution, like this one, which the Judge Advocate has advised us, is that a client can instruct you, and they're at liberty to instruct you before the court makes a final pronouncement on any matter. So to the extent that there was a request or an application by Mr. Elias Lukwago, my senior colleague, it is correct, I wasn't there. He was there and he made the submissions. The accused persons were there. And Mr. Chairman, I have not heard an objection from the accused persons and or Mr. Lukwago that they insist that the ruling is delivered before we speak to them. So to that extent, it is my polite prayer, Mr. Chairman, and I don't believe it would have anything prejudicial to this court that we speak to the accused persons before. It might change what we are going through, Mr. Chairman. It is a polite request.
May be of use to the court. The absence of Aaron Chisa is a very fundamental issue, and until we talk to them, we do not know that what they're feeling about it is. So all these are matters that necessitate further instructions from them. I did indicate that each of the advocates appearing is covering a separate aspect. I do not know whether they are going to delegate the area Aaron Chisa was covering. I do not know their decision. So we are respectively again renewing our application that we be given time with the two gentlemen on the door and before the court resumes.
Much obliged, my Lord Chairman. Lord Chairman, this is the third time, and on the 6th, we had adjourned this court to make a ruling. And my Lord Chairman, that ruling has been pending. I therefore kindly pray that as the land J guided, Lord Chairman will receive the ruling, and that ruling will perhaps help us to sort out some of the issues that were raised by the lawyers for the accused persons. Therefore, my Lord Chairman, I pray that you be pleased to read the ruling. I speak.
The final prayer, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, issues of instructions are fundamental. They are constitutional in nature. And indeed, you alluded to the fact that none of us here at the bar is at trial, and we are not the ones in the dock. The rights of the accused persons in the dock here are paramount. it's vital and important that before we commit ourselves to receiving the ruling, we have a word with them. Already, I'm being indicted of having made submissions on their behalf without instructions. And the court is going to proceed, or is invited to proceed and pronounce itself on a matter where there are serious allegations that the submissions were made by a stranger to the court, not an officer of the court. Those are serious matters that must be addressed. Chairman, actually it touches on the conduct of the advocate, if that happens. So we do humbly request, Mr. Chairman, that before you proceed to make any pronouncement, we retreat, even if it's not an hour, even if it is 20 minutes, at least we have a word with, and more especially in light of today's happenings, the unfortunate incident that happened before you here, when one of us is not here, Council Aaron Chiza, the assault that has happened in this very room.
No, that one, Council, you have heard and I have seen.
Now we request
the bad thing, you are talking of what happened, you are not talking about the conduct of your colleague. I thought you are going to withdraw your submissions you submitted the other day if you are saying you are a stranger.
No, I said that is his opinion, that I had no audience at that time. Therefore, if I have no audience...
If you are withdrawing your submissions, then we can...
No, I'm not.
You can leave that at that.
I am not withdrawing the submissions.
Then if you are not withdrawing, let us...
But I was making reference to his advice that I had no audience at the time I made the submissions. Mr. Chairman, that is the fundamental question.
I have not told you like that. We are waiting for the ruling of court.
Mr. Chairman, we do request that we be permitted this time to confer with the accused person. Just, even if it is 10 minutes, Mr. Chairman.
Councillor Kwabo, you are the one who submitted these submissions, and now we are giving you a ruling.
Mr. Chairman, we have no instruction to receive the ruling.
Take a seat and listen.
Mr. Chairman, we have no instruction to receive the ruling.
Okay, Council Kwabo, who told you that to receive the ruling you need instructions?
No, everything that we do.
You are the one who submitted.
Everything that we do, Mr. Chairman, we need instructions.
You are the one who submitted before
Mr. Chairman, we were instructed as a team.
Council, please.
And one of us,
take your seat and put
Madam Chiza, has suffered the unfortunate incident which happened this morning. Mr. Chairman,
professional misconduct.
No,
reasonable force was used. Reasonable force was used.
Council Kwabo.
Mr. Chairman,
please, can you sit and listen?
Mr. Chairman, we wouldn't want to, because right now, even what you are doing, Mr. Chairman, if you are to go by his submission, the PC for the law firm of A.F. Mpanga that was submitted is one of Ernest Kalibala, and is not here. And you are insisting on that list given by the registrar.
But why do you talk for Kalibala? Talk for yourself.
Yes, because these are the matters invoked by
now, Council.
I request.
First tell me, are you withdrawing what you submitted the other day?
I need to confirm. I asked them if I'm given instructions to withdraw, I will proceed. This is the instruction I'm seeking to receive. This is the instruction I'm seeking to receive from the client, whether we should withdraw or not. And that is the fundamental, Mr. Chairman. It is constitutional. Let us be guided by the Constitution. Mr. Chairman, it is this army which went to the bush and brought into place a new constitutional order. Let us respect it. Mr. Chairman, I request. Now we want to respect
you are the one who said that we don't know the effects of the ruling we will have on you in the case. So how do you make you turn now?
I've told you some of these things which are happening, which are not going right. Some are partly caused by you. So listen for the ruling.
Mr. Chairman,
please. 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 Who is calling the lawyers to stand up? Who is calling the lawyers to stand up? Can you sit down? Then go out. You go out if you want to go out. If you want to go out, please go out. We can listen even when you are seated. And you have been listening. Now who is who?
Mr. Chairman.
All of these people want to speak at the same time. You see them, how they are standing. But we have one mic, which is in his hands. The mic is with Mr. Council Mpanga. The mic is with Council Mpanga.
Mr. Chairman, I beg for your indulgence. The submissions of in the matter coming, which is now before you, were made before we were on record. So we were not in court at that time. That is why our letter, as been cited by the member from the registry, is dated the 9th of December after the 6th, when that hearing took place. As submitted by my senior colleague, an hour might be long because we have lost 2 hours already. We kindly request for a standover. 15 minutes will suffice, just so that we speak to the accused person. We kindly seek your indulgence.
The court is adjourned for 15 minutes.
Thank you very much.